Be ready. Start. The principles of the doctrine of restitution, which is that on the reversal of a judgment, the law raises an obligation on the party to the record who received the benefit of the erroneous judgment to make restitution to the other party for what he had lost, and that it is the duty of the court to enforce that obligation unless it is shown that restitution would be clearly contrary to the real justice of the case. The principle of the doctrine of restitution is that on the reversal of a decree, the law imposes an obligation on the party to the suit who received the benefit of the erroneous decree to make restitution to the other party for what he has lost. The concept of restitution is virtually a common law principle, and it is a remedy against unjust enrichment or unjust benefit. The core of the concept lies in the conscience of the court, which prevents a party from retaining money or some benefit derived from another which he has received by way of an erroneous decree of court. Such remedy in English law is generally different from a remedy in contract or in tort and falls within a third category of common law remedy, which is called quasi contract or restitution. If we analyze the concept of restitution, one thing emerges clearly, that the obligation to restitute lies on the person or the authority that has received unjust enrichment or unjust benefit. If we look at restatement of the law of restitution by American Law Institute, we get that a person is enriched if he has received a benefit, and similarly a person is unjustly enriched if the retention of the benefit would be unjust. Now the question is, what constitutes a benefit? A person confers benefit upon another if he gives to the other possession of or some other interest in money, land, chattels, or performs services beneficial to or at the request of the other, satisfies a debt or a duty of the other, or in a way adds to the other's security or advantage. He confers a benefit not only where he adds to the property of another, but also where he saves the other from expense or loss. Thus, the word benefit therefore denotes any form of advantage. Ordinarily, in cases of restitution, if there is a benefit to one, there is a corresponding loss to other, and in such cases, the benefiting party is also under a duty to give to the losing party the amount by which he has been enriched. We find that a person who has conferred a benefit upon another in compliance with a judgment, or whose property has been taken thereunder, is entitled to restitution if the judgment is reversed or set aside, unless restitution would be inequitable. Equity demands that if one party has not been unjustly enriched, no order of recovery can be made against that party. Other situation would be when a party acquires benefits lawfully which are not conferred by the party claiming restitution. Court cannot order restitution. Now, their lordships are of opinion that one of the first and highest duties of all courts is to take care that the act of the court does not injury to any of the suitors, and when the expression the act of the court is used, it does not mean merely the act of the primary court or of any intermediate court of appeal, but the act of the court as a whole, from the lowest court which entertains jurisdiction over the matter up to the highest court which finally disposes of the case. It is the duty of the aggregate of those tribunals, if I may use the expression, to take care that no act of the court in the course of the whole of the proceedings does an injury to the suitors in the court, that no one shall suffer by an act of the court is not a rule confined to an erroneous act of the court. The act of the court embraces within its sweep all such acts as to which the court may form an opinion in any legal proceedings, that the court would not have so acted had it been correctly apprised of the facts and the law. The factor attracting applicability of restitution is not the act of the court being wrongful or a mistake or error committed by the court. The test is whether, on account of an act of the party persuading the court to pass an order, has resulted in one party gaining an advantage. Thank you.